presumptions. But I think the strongest of the states at this point is the Arkansas bill. So really proud of Arkansas Advocates for Parental Equality. They've got a Facebook page. They have a website. We've got one of their representatives here. Yeah, so they have a website. I'll have Brian talk about that when we bring him on. So Brian, if you're there, Brian was a part of that team that helped lead that. He's an attorney. Oh, make sure you unmute. Okay. Brian's an attorney, just a wealth of knowledge. And once again, a great team player. And there have been times when I needed funds to go on a trip. And I'll tell you what, Arkansas Advocates for Parental Equality helped out with several of those trips. So, Brian, good to have you with us. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Mark. Glad to be a part of this, and what a great job, great program today.
Yeah, I guess I don't want to really interrupt too much. I just want to hear your thoughts as an attorney and the things that you've seen. What are your thoughts on Arkansas as far as passing the bill? But also, as you find out, it's not just getting a bill passed. Once you pass a bill, you've got to protect that bill and defend that bill and be on the lookout for other things that come up. So
that's
any
right.
thoughts that you have along that realm there?
Viewers, as you said.
Uh-oh, it's cutting out. Is that on me or is...
Am I back?
Okay, you're back.
Arkansas was the second state to pass a rebuttable presumption, Act 604 of 2021. We're proud of that work. I'm proud of the other states as well, but we are still the only state to adopt a rebuttable presumption that changes the burden of proof to clear and convincing evidence. And so in our view, we didn't just change the goalposts, we changed the playing field because as most everyone in this arena knows, that is the heavy lift. If you can do that, it really fundamentally changes the analysis and the equation for protecting joint custody because it's an element of due process. That's what burdens of proof are. They're creatures of due process. And at the bottom, this is all about fairness and protecting fairness for the parents and the children. So we're proud of that work and proud of the statute we passed. Since 2021, we've seen a significant decrease in divorces.
Uh-oh, it's cutting out again.
And
it's cutting out again right as you were giving the statistics. Is that me cutting out or is that on Brian's end? Okay. Oh, it looks like you're coming back, Brian. We lost you right as you were getting into the statistics of the decrease in divorce rates.
Yeah, so a decrease in divorce rates and decrease in paternity actions filed by mothers seeking support. We've seen an increase in paternity actions by fathers not seeking support, which is great. And also have seen a significant decrease in protective orders. So, whether that's directly caused by our statute or not, that's always hard to prove. We think there's certainly a correlation there, and we're happy to see those numbers trending in the right way. We've also seen positive developments in the case law in Arkansas in the past 4 years. Several great decisions. One that I'll highlight from October of 2024, the Heilman v. Cahoon decision, and really just reiterates that, quote, in Arkansas, one thing is clear. Our legislature has determined that joint custody is favored with an award of custody being made.
Uh-oh, it froze up again. Huh. We lost you again while you were going through the case, Brian, if you're still able to hear. Oh, okay, you're back now. We lost you as you were getting into the case law.
Yeah, so the Heilman decision from October was a great decision. Just kind of highlighted that Arkansas, one thing is clear, that joint custody is favored, and the courts need to take notice of that. And so we're proud of that development in the law. We're seeing a lot of positive results. And from all of the judges and attorneys that I've talked to, even the ones that were hesitant before, the presumption was passed, they now say, well, this is actually it was a good thing. It's working very well, and it's trimmed the cases down and focused the courts on the cases that really needed to be litigated.
Well, we've got you on too, because some people may not understand preponderance of evidence, clear and convincing evidence, what the thresholds are. So for people who aren't, can you go through that?
Yeah. So preponderance of evidence is your standard civil burden of proof. It's 50% plus.
Crud, it looks like we lost connection again, Brian. Shoot, that's a shame, because you've got some good information. I'm loving your information. So the good news is that Brian Lee's going to be able to edit and splice so that we can get the meat, because you've got some good information here.
Yeah.
If you can try running through real quick again, the preponderance of convincing.
So preponderance think of it as the scales evenly balanced, 50-50, and one feather falls one way or the other. That's preponderance of evidence. That's the way my law professor described it. Of course, we always have the criminal standard beyond reasonable doubt. In between, that's an intermediary standard of clear and convincing evidence. And some people try to, say, well, 75%. We're not talking about 100%. We're not talking about 50%, but somewhere in that intermediary standard. And it's usually used to protect constitutional rights, contract rights, things of that nature. And it absolutely is appropriate to protect the rights of parents and children. And that's why we pushed for it and adopted it.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much for coming on. We appreciate you. Also, can you give your website information?
Sure. We are. Yeah. So we're
Uh-oh, it cut out again here. Hold on, we lost you again, Brian. So when you come back up, I definitely want to have you give the website again. Oh, I think you're back again.
Okay. So we have a Facebook account, Arkansas Advocates for Parental Equality. And then our website is parentalequalityar.org. We're kind of the leading advocate group for shared parenting and equal parenting in Arkansas. And we constantly work with legislators here to not only pass good law, but as you said, to defeat bad laws, bad bills, and protect what we've already passed, which we did this successfully this past session. One final note, one good bill that did pass this past session was Act 388 of 2025, and we extended the similar protections that military service men and women have to first responders in our state. So now first responders in Arkansas, like firefighters, police, EMT, they have the same protections under our custody law as military service men and women.
Excellent. Well, thanks again. We appreciate you very much. And like I said, you guys have been great to work with and leaders in the whole country. So I appreciate you very, very much.